Hello and welcome to Tech Talks with IEEE WIE Canada, stories that inspire change. Before we begin, on behalf of IEEE WIE Canada, we acknowledge that this event is taking place on the traditional lands of Indigenous peoples. We respectfully acknowledge that we are meeting on traditional territory of Mississaugas of Credit First Nations. This land is also the home of Anishinaabe, Haudenosaunee, and Wendat peoples, and is now home to many diverse First Nations, Inuit, Métis peoples. We are grateful to have the opportunity to work, learn, and collaborate on this land. We honor their past, present, and future contribution, and we recognize our shared responsibility to foster respect, inclusion, reconciliation within the engineering and technology community. I am your host, Inderpreet, and today we continue our journey of celebrating tech professionals whose bold decisions, technical leadership, and global vision are shaping the future of engineering and technology. Tech Talks with IEEE WIE Canada, stories that inspire change. Our theme for tech professionals, bold journey, real impact, is not just a tagline. It is a unique initiative of IEEE WIE Canada, created to spotlight professionals, leaders whose journeys, expertise, and contribution inspire positive change across engineering, technology, and society. Today's episode is entitled Practical Challenges of AI Adoption Beyond the Technical Perspective. As the technology continues to evolve at an unparalleled pace, one thing remains constant. Technology alone does not create impact, people do. And I am delighted to welcome Marina Flat, founder of MaplePiece AI and chair of IEEE Blockchain Montreal's chapter. Marina, welcome to the show, and it's pleasure to have you on the podcast.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for invitation. I'm happy
Uh,
to be here.
Thank you, Marina. Marina, could you please share your professional journey with our listeners?
Yeah, for sure. So my journey has never been about technology alone. I started in computational linguistics many years ago because I was fascinated by how humans create meaning through language. And today, AI is still deeply connected to language, as we know, communication and decision making. And over time, I moved from research into practical implementation. What interested me most was not only whether AI could do something, but whether people and organization could actually use it effectively. And that led me to AI governance, adoption, and organizational transformation. And in my company, MapleWise AI, I help organizations move from AI curiosity to responsible and practical AI adoption, something like that.
Too inspiring and motivational. I think our audience will find it very valuable. Uh, what inspired your interest in AI, innovation, and emerging technology? Like how you select your career in this field?
Yeah, thanks. It's very, very good, very good question, actually. Yeah, as I mentioned before, I have always been fascinated by the relationship between human intelligence and technology. AI is often described as a technological revolution. I see it more as a human and organizational revolution, actually. For the first time, we have created system that can participate in tasks previously reserved for humans. So
Mhm.
let's say reasoning, writing, analysis, and decision support. And the most interesting question is not simply what AI can do. The more important question is what humans choose to do with it. And I'm pretty sure that that's the reality we live now AI field.
Wow. I really appreciate that insight and thank you for sharing it. That's such a powerful way to frame it. I hope that clarity is incredibly helpful for our listener too. So, as you have a very vast experience from Russia, from China, and what experiences have most influenced your leadership approach?
Uh, very deep question, I would say. So I do believe that one lesson stands out for me. Technology projects rarely fail because of technology alone. So, what does it mean for me? They often fail because people were not involved, prepared, or learned properly. And that shaped my leadership approach. Leadership is
Mhm.
not about, having all the answers. It's about creating the conditions where people can move through kind of uncertainty together, ask better question, and build something useful with integrity. It's kind of teamwork you should follow, and in that case, you will receive value from AI for sure.
Uh, So that's an excellent example of leadership in action. Well shared. Leadership is not really about influence, not it's not authority.
Exactly.
It's about the teamwork, and well said that it is creating a platform and atmosphere where people can participate. Wow.
Exactly. We can do nothing alone, even with
Mm.
AI. So we
Mm.
need a team for that.
Yeah. Yes. Nowadays, like organizations are investing heavily in AI. From your perspective, what are the biggest challenges organization face when adopting AI beyond the technical aspects?
Yeah, the most frequently question I'm asking for. So
Mhm.
there are many, of course, there are many different challenges with AI. And in my experience, most organizations think they have a technology problem. In reality, when you start to work with different companies and different type of business, they often have an adoption problem. So buying AI tool is easy. To build AI tool, it's also not so difficult now. But changing habits, workflows, decision-making processes, and organizational culture is much harder. So the challenge is not deployment. The challenge is integration, in my opinion. So making AI part of real work in a way that people can trust, understand, and sustain. That's, I think, the most difficult challenge now.
Mhm. That's something many organizations can relate to. Thanks for highlighting that important point of adoption, changing the work culture, workflows, clarity, and integration. Thank you for
Exactly.
sharing these tips. Yeah. Uh, Many leaders, we have noticed that they view AI primarily as technology project. Why should AI adoption also considered a people, process, workflow, and a governance challenge?
Well, I would say because organizations do not operate through software. They operate through people, processes, right? Through
Mhm.
initiatives and trust.
Mhm.
And human loop is still very, very essential, very important. And AI creates value only when it becomes part of how work actually happens. Without training, without clear ownership, without accountability and governance, even the best AI tools remain just expensive experiments. That's it.
Mhm. Yes, very well said. Like trust training is becoming just as important as technology. So many organization, as you said, they are focused on technology but underestimate the human elements. And
Absolutely.
yes, yes. So, what do you think? What common mistakes do organization make when they implement AI initiatives, like starting from scratch? What the common mistakes normally do
Um,
organization
I
make?
can talk about that 24/7, you know. So, um, I would say um, I see three common mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
First, organizations start with the tool. Again, they start with the technology instead of the business problem, the pain point they need to fix.
Mm-hmm.
Second, they underestimate the human side of change. What does it mean for us? It means fear, confusion, habits, and lack of confidence. And people really still believe that AI tool can replace some jobs or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we should start with the explanation that AI tool, it's a tool, first of all, that can help you, can be very helpful in your organization. And third, they treat governance as something to add later. Let's say responsible adoption should be designed from the beginning, not added as a kind of afterthought, not added after AI tool already built, because
Mm-hmm.
that's the main core of AI system.
Mm-hmm. So I think this is where strategy and execution must come together, not just like railway tracks, like not as we should focus on the one thing, but considering all these three pain areas which you have just shared parallelly.
Yeah, because
Mhm,
if you want to have a value from any AI tool, you
mhm,
need to see AI as a, complex. It's kind of complex of elements, and each element is essential. Each element is important because each element brings some value to your organization. That's what I believe. Only in that case you can build something accountability and valuable not only for organization and also for people, for
mhm,
employers.
mhm. Uh, so moving forward, responsible AI is becoming a priority worldwide. Uh, so what does responsible AI means to you? Because this is the adoption, governance, this term, responsible AI, it is now becoming a priority. So what this responsible AI means to you?
Yeah, responsible lights everywhere now. I hear, yeah, that question so often, but that's how we can build, trust and to understand better when we discuss that.
Mhm,
So, in my experience, my opinion, again, with AI and LLM, generative agentic AI, doesn't matter. Responsible AI means creating systems that deserve trust. That's how I understand responsible AI. Not because people are told to trust them, but because the systems are transparent, accountable, understandable, and aligned with the human values. It's easy to say, it's very difficult to build, it's really challenging. That's
mhm,
why we are working um, for that. We do a lot in that field. And for
mhm,
me, responsible AI, it's also not just a compliance exercise, it's a trust building practice.
mm. So that's an important distinction between deploying AI and truly adopting AI.
Yeah,
Marina, you have simplified this so beautiful manner, which often feels overwhelming. Thank you for sharing this tip.
I,
Uh,
I'm always here, yeah, sharing my experience. That's my, I guess, beautiful part of my job.
and as per your point of view, how can organization build continue to do your just you have just explained. So how can organization build trust accountability into AI system from the beginning, like how they can start building trust before deploying or adopting AI?
Yeah, it looks like it seems simple from the one side, but from the flip side, as I mentioned before, trust cannot be added at the end.
Mhm.
It has to be designed into the system in the beginning. Organization need clear kind of ownership, human oversights, again, monitoring, escalation path, and people trust system when they understand how decisions are made. So let's
Mm.
say if we don't know how tool works, we start to worry, we start to be kind of anxious, and because our human brain, from the perspective of, of cognitive linguistic, um, can work properly, can understand properly only object that we can explain ourselves how it works.
Mhm.
And also, what is important, people trust system when they understand where AI limits are. I mean, and who remains accountable when something goes wrong. In that case,
Mhm.
when we understand that we can kind of control, we can kind of manage AI too.
Mhm.
So I think here trust, here where is trust start.
Oh, wow. That's a great reminder that responsible AI begins with responsible decisions, responsible accountability, and of course, responsible leadership. Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, uh, so, AI in all these scenarios, starting from deploying, adopting these things, AI. So, AI literacy is quickly becoming the leadership competency. How can leaders improve AI literacy among employees, decision makers?
Uh, in real life, it's yeah, it's a bit challenging, but it's possible.
Mm-hmm.
So we need, to stop treating AI literacy as a purely technical training. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
because AI literacy is becoming a leadership and kind of citizenship skill. People need to understand opportunities, again, limitations, risks, and responsible use. The goal is not to turn everyone into an AI expert. No. The goal is to help people make better decisions in a world where AI is already part of work and society. And actually, a couple of days ago, in fact, Canada's like recent AI initiatives and the AI for all, maybe you heard about that. It's huge announcement. So in that
Mm-hmm.
document, Vision uh, recognize that successful AI adoption depends not only on technology, but also on both AI literacy and public trust. And the shift acknowledges that preparing people is just as important as developing the technology itself. And the
Mm-hmm.
goal is not, to turn everyone kind of in AI field, and as I mentioned before, to be AI expert. It's more about how to help people make decision how to work with AI, how to collaborate with AI, and how to trust AI.
Mm. I think that is just like awareness, knowledge that will create confidence, and confidence then automatically drive to adoption.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah, that's what I mean. And of course, we
Mhm.
need to teach people. So I know leaders so they pay for consulting, and so I find it's beautiful idea because sometimes you believe that your employees are ready, but they are
Mhm.
not. And you
Mhm.
you ask them to use AI tool, they start to scare. They don't know what to do, and it
Yes.
provokes even more problems. much more
Exactly.
problems than just
Mhm.
AI tool.
Exactly, exactly. Uh, so, like moving forward, as a technology leader, what leadership qualities do you believe are most important in today's rapidly changing digital world, especially in AI field?
There are a lot. Yeah, so I do believe, first of all, curiosity
Mm-hmm.
and humility, adaptability is very important because AI field changes daily. You need to live in the future and integrity. So the path of change is now too fast for any leader to know everything. The strongest leaders, in my experience again, are often the ones who can learn quickly, question assumptions, admit uncertainty, and still make thoughtful decisions.
Mm. Well said. Very valuable takeaway for our audience, Shirley. Thank you for
I
sharing.
hope so.
What advice do you give to our young professionals aspiring to build career in AI, technology, and innovation?
Yeah, I think it's don't wait until you feel completely ready.
Mhm,
We are never ready. We are not enough. We are never enough ready
mhm,
for changes. And I know many talented women underestimate how much value they already bring. AI
mhm,
needs diverse kind of perspectives because the system we build affect everyone. And your perspective is not limitation, it's just part of the solution.
mm. That's wonderful advice for our aspiring young professionals, especially women. I wish more young professionals could hear that message.
Yeah,
But
yeah, I do
yeah,
believe
my
that it could be helpful.
my next question is related to collaboration. So, how can professional organizations such as IEEE help foster collaboration and growth within technology community?
Yeah, as a chair and member of IEEE,
Mm-hmm.
I would say IEEE creates something incredibly important: connection and networking. Let's say technology advance through collaboration, not isolation.
Mm-hmm.
Communities like IEEE help professionals share knowledge, challenge ideas, mentor others, and shape the future or technology together. That's actually what we are doing right now.
Mm. Well said. So, moving forward to last part of our discussion today, this is the rapid fire reflection. So, I will ask few maybe one tagline from you. So, what one emerging AI trend that excites you most?
Yeah, because I'm in computational linguistic field, I would say agentic AI for sure. We have AI many, many years actually.
Mhm.
Um, Agentic AI, not because it replaces people, no, but because it has the potential to remove routine work and allow humans to focus more on creativity, judgment, and
Mhm.
meaningful problem solving.
Wow. One skill every future leader should develop.
Yeah, once every future leader should develop critical thinking, because in
Mm.
a world where information is abundant and AI can generate answer instantly, the ability to ask the right questions becomes more valuable than ever. And we can see it everywhere when we ask, let's say, ChatGPT or Copilot something, and
Mhm.
output we receive sometimes. We think that no, it's not going to be like this. That's not correct. So I do believe critical thinking.
Okay. And one piece of advice you wish to you had received earlier in your career.
Oh, many, but you don't need to have the entire path figure out before taking the next step. That's what I would like to hear. Clarity often comes from action, not from
Mm.
planning alone.
Yes, yes, yes. Mm. And in one sentence, what does real impact means to you?
Real impact happens when technology improves people's lives in ways they are meaningful, measurable, and sustainable, I would say.
Mm. And your success mantra, secret.
Okay, so first of all, create value for people, build
Mm.
trust through integrity, and leave every system, team, and community better than you found it.
Mm. Wow. Marina, thank you for sharing not just your expertise, your journey, but
Thanks to
your
you. Thank
courage
you for your
and courage
invitation
and
and
your heart.
beautiful, yeah,
The
beautiful discussion.
conversation.
Yeah. So I do believe that our conversation will be helpful for everyone who is in the AI field, who just started, who is
Mm.
exploring, who has challenging challenges, and doesn't matter is it personal life or work or education or something else. AI is everywhere for now. So
Yes, and a conversation like this remind us that real impact is not accidental, it is intentional. And
yes, yes,
Marina, your work reminds us that innovation without accountability, without trust, without bold decisions, and especially without clarity is incomplete. And that tech professionals are not only participating in shaping AI, but they are defining its future.
exactly.
And
That's what I believe in, and that's where we move. So
mm, thank you once again so much. And to our listener, thank you for joining us on Tech Talks with IEEE Canada, stories that inspire change. Until next time, keep leading boldly, innovating responsibly, and creating real impact. It's Inderpreet, and this is IEEE Canada.
thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so
Thank you.
much.